Alrighty, y'all. Hello, and welcome to what should be a pretty exciting video. We've looked at a couple videos looking at race cars on the road. So in particular, rally cars on public roads, because they kind of have to be, right? They're allowed to be in between stages on public roads, which as an American and used to NASCAR and American motorsports, you never see race cars on the road. It's kind of like a fantasy. Like, it would be so fun to drive a race car that's just all decorated. It's got the racing livery, the roll cage, the gutted interior, the racing slicks. Everything about it screams not street legal. But of course, as a guy, right, it sounds fun, the idea of driving a race car on the road just once. But yeah, we've taken a look at some rally cars on the road. Totally cool, totally crazy to me. We've even seen a clip, I think, of a Formula One car on the road in the Czech Republic, I believe it was. That was absolutely insane. I don't know the whole story behind that. I really don't know the whole story behind this either. This is going to be a Porsche 997 GT3 Cup car. So straight up race car, gutted interior, loud gear whine, loud engine, the whole lot. And it's going to be on public roads in, I believe it's Germany. And this was sent to me through email from Peter. So this comes to us from a channel called Binary Throttle Commander. This will be linked down below so you can watch the whole video and browse the channel. Thank you for this suggestion. I love weird, off-the-wall stuff like this. And of course, if anyone knows any further context on this, let me know. But let's have fun with this. I think this should be cool. All right, let's get into it. So I like how we're driving a Porsche, and the guy has a Subaru rally shirt on. I always find that kind of cool just because in my town, the dealership is a Subaru and Porsche dealership. It's a joined dealership, and they sell Subarus and Porsches. And I always thought that was cool because as a car nerd, I kind of liked it because they both use boxer engines, right? Flat sixes, flat fours, horizontally opposed, whatever you want to call them. Subaru and Porsche are kind of alike in that instance. Hold on, there's music for a sec. Let me mute it. There we go. So he looks to be at, I don't know if he's at a fuel station or some sort of business, but there's people around and they're all looking. We can see that it's a race car, right? You see everything. Gutted, all the race bits, the switches, like the Motec screen there. Oh, yeah. Everyone's looking like, what the hell? Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, this is going to be sick. Oh, hell yeah, brother. Look at these narrow roads, man. That would be so fun in a race car like this. That's ridiculous, seeing that. Damn. You could even hear the brakes there, because of course the brakes aren't going to be warmed up because he's not on racetrack. So the brakes are going to be loud. They're going to be screeching a little bit. The gears are whining. The engine's loud. It's so visceral, right? Race cars are just on another level compared to a regular, boring commuter car. But I feel like all of those kind of senses that you take in, all those sounds and everything are kind of magnified out on the street because everything about this is wrong in your head because this race car belongs on a track, right? So when you have it not on track, it just feels weird, right? Because you're used to seeing this kind of environment and being in a street car, not a race car. I think it's some sort of mental tricks it plays on it. It's really cool. And this would be extremely exhilarating in person, of course, being this guy driving this. It's fun to watch on video with headphones. It feels pretty crazy. But imagine, of course, in person. He's waving at people on tractors. Yep, I'm just in a GT3 car. No big deal. What? Thing is awesome. Man, do Porsche race cars look fun. Oh, that sound is addicting, dude. It is so fast, by the way. Like, I don't think he's really laying into it, but he's just accelerating kind of swiftly, and it just goes, and it shifts so fast, right? Of course, with that sequential shifter. Everything about it is just, oh, like so freaking awesome, dude. So awesome. And honestly, I would feel a little more confident, let's say, and safe driving something like this. At least this is me talking. I don't know. I could be talking out my rear end. Like, I've never driven a Porsche race car. You know, I've never driven like a NASCAR, of course. But I feel like driving this might be a little easier and like handle a little better than, say, driving like a NASCAR stock car or driving like in a Formula One car. That would be too crazy for the road, if that makes sense. I feel like this GT3 car is definitely a race car and, like, you know, multiple notches above street cars. But at the same time, I feel like it's a little more controllable and predictable. As long as you're not pushing it too crazy. Because let's not forget, the real world, I know the roads are better usually in European countries compared to what I'm used to here, but still, let's not forget, you know, terrain exists. The real roads are going to be not as great, not as polished, and good a quality as a racetrack. So you don't want to get too crazy. Imagine being that guy getting passed by a GT3 car. Like, what? This is wild, man. The sounds are freaking awesome. Dude, he's got to be having a blast. Look at that beautiful countryside. So if someone could confirm where we're at here, I believe this is in Germany. Imagine driving through the German countryside in a Porsche GT3 Cup car. Come on, that's pretty cool. That's a car guy moment right there. I love how rough and gritty race cars sound at like low speed, low RPM, right? You can tell they're just made to be hammered and go fast because they actually drive clunky at low speeds. It's freaking awesome. I love it. I love the gear whine and the sound. You can hear everything because there's no sound deadening. There's no carpet. It's just so mechanical and raw, and it is freaking awesome, dude. The engine sounds, I mean, Porsche engines sound incredible. They're so smooth sounding. They really sing, you know? So bumpy, too. I forgot to mention, this car would be hella bumpy on the road. Race cars are notoriously stiff. Again, it's so weird seeing, like, this architecture, like seeing roads and like a village and then seeing the interior of a race car. Everything about it is wrong, kind of like in the best way, right? That's not even the whole video. I will leave that link down below so you can check out the whole thing uninterrupted. It's a pretty good watch. And it's been a while since I've seen something like that. How freaking exhilarating and fun was that? This guy going for a little joyride, a little rumble on the public roads in a race car. Everything about that seems weird. I don't know how, like, if this is even street legal. I know it certainly would not be here in the U.S. Don't be fooled by the whole, you know, let freedom ring, America freedom, F, yeah. They're very kind of weird and strict, can be strict, depending on the state, about what you're allowed to drive on the road. They don't let you have any fun, contrary to popular belief. But yeah, I don't know if this was, you know, what the story was with this. But hey, makes for a fun video. I will say that. The sounds, the exhilarating just premise of this race car driving on public roads, it's so weird in the coolest way, right? That, like, the funny part about race cars is anyone who's a car guy or car gal, like, you know, you love the sound of engines, you love how cars feel, you know, you love how speed feels on a track, taking turns fast, accelerating down straightaways. What's funny is race cars, of course, are the best at that because that's what they're made for. But it's funny also when you stick a race car on the road, they're actually like, let's get real, they're terrible road cars. As they should be, because they're totally tuned for something else. So you take this Porsche race car, and it's not good on the road. It's stiff. You're getting thrown all over the place. It's not very comfortable. Visibility might, be bad depending on what car it is, the whole 9 yards. But it's such a cool concept, and definitely, I think, like a fantasy or dream of most car people out there at some point in their life. That was an awesome suggestion. I really can't stress that enough. I really do appreciate when you guys come up with some cool stuff like this. This was awesome. That's all I can say. Let me know in the comments if you had an opportunity to drive a race car on some sort of public road. I would vouch for shut down because I wouldn't want to deal with traffic. Let's get real. What kind of area, like what public road or famous road would you be on, and what type of race car would you be in? Let's have some fun with that. Gotta let me know. But that's gonna be it for this one. I appreciate you watching. My name is Ian. You watched the IWrocker. Until next time, y'all, stay safe out there. I'll catch you later.